Hello guys, welcome back. I want to talk about Loki, how he'll use absolutely anything to help you out and how he'll take any assist possible. I've been having budget problems for the last couple months and I have been freaking out. In fact, I had a full-fledged panic attack today. Goodbye euphoria that everything was going to turn out right. Panic attack, because why the last couple months have I been so sucking at math, right? And I thought, well, I'm a bad human being. I'm going out to eat and da-da-da-da-da. And, guys, I'm talking about literally spending for something when I go out to eat. Not 40, not 50, not like the $20 steak dinners I used to have eons ago. And I'm like, oh, dear human being, I can't manage money. So I had a panic attack and I shut everything down and I went in and I prayed and I am praying intensely. And this is prayer at this point. This isn't just talking to Loki. This is like, oh my God, you have to help me. You have to send me a sign. And I'm having a panic attack and something calmed me down. It was partially Loki, partially just, I think you hit like your body releases wondrous drugs into your system. When you have a panic attack, you kind of go into shock and your body floods you with drugs. It does this. That's why shock feels kind of good in a way. And long story short, I went on Pinterest, couldn't find anything there, and I'm like getting worse and worse. And I came on YouTube and I'm looking for motivational this and that, and nothing is helping. And I came across a video, I cannot remember for the life of me what it came up under, of don't worry. And I'm like, that is up my alley. Because right now I could use someone to talk to. And long story short, it was by a Christian, a Christian blogger. And he did not like wave the Bible around or anything. He talked about from his religious perspective, but from the perspective of he was in the same boat I was. He was having all these financial problems. He started praying to God, and he said, what I'd really like to do, God, is start my own construction business. And God gave him the go-ahead. He's like, I'm nuts. I'm talking to myself. So he starts his construction business, and of course he's working super long hours because that's what you do in your own business. And he's praying to God one day, and he goes, I am not seeing my family. I am not, being a good father and everything that's important in his religion. He says, God, I need your help, but I don't know what to do. I am working so long, I'm not doing anything but working, but if I don't work, I'm going to not have money. And God says, go home. He says, what? He goes, God, maybe you didn't hear me. If I don't work all these super long hours, go home. So he left the job early. And he goes home and he finds the check. Now, that was not Jesus saying, I'm going to send you $500, which was what the check amount was in the thing. But what's the sort of thing about God's perfect timing? And it doesn't just apply to their God or just apply to Jesus. It applies to Loki as well. After that video, I kind of calmed down and I'm like, okay, I've cut everything I can. And I had gone through as an adult, wrote down all of my basic expenses, all the stuff I have to pay to live life day to day. And I was just going to squeak by until I remembered my homeowner's insurance. And I'm like, damn. And, taxes and stuff like that and water bill. And I'm like, I can't do this. And Loki's like, why don't you go for a walk? You're kind of calm now. Why don't you go for a walk? And as I went for a walk, I realized my budget's outdated. My budget was from at least 7 years ago, probably closer to a decade ago. That budget does not work in this day and age. It really doesn't. I made it to under different circumstances. Now I need to adjust my budget a little bit. I wasn't being a horrible human being. I wasn't running around throwing money around like crazy. I was trying to live on a budget that just could not fit current expenses. Everything has gone up. We've all kind of noticed it. So that's why my budget started to fail. I didn't do anything wrong as a human being. I wasn't being wasteful. Everything has gone up in almost a decade. Prices tend to do that. Welcome to Inflation 101. And after I realized that, it lifted a burden off me. I wasn't happy. Trust me, I'm not happy to have to withdraw more each month to pay cover basic expenses. But it's a fact of life. Prices go up. I am one of those people that when prices go up, I think it's temporary and it's going to change. It has never changed. In 40 plus years of being on this planet, I've never seen prices go back down again. gas prices go up and down, but other than that, I've never seen any price that when it goes up, go back down again. I've never seen that happen. So I just have to, work my budget a little better. And this does not mean as I adjust my budget, I go to a lavish lifestyle. It's just like for basic living expenses, for putting groceries on the table and, paying your utilities and having water and not having them shut off your gas. That's what it's for. Loki and I are going to have discussions of what kind of lifestyle do I want to live. Do I want to totally cut out going out, because I know I have kind of addicted personality, so if I go out once, I will very well mean to not go out again, but I will end up doing it. So I either have to not go out at all or plan that into a budget. So we do have to sit down and work on the budget seriously. And by going out, by the way, guys, I mean $4 meals. $4 or $5 meals. Like I said, those girls charge whimsical prices. But I realize that it is for only one meal, but it's not the 1980s anymore, and it's not McDonald's. I can't go up there and spend $1 and get a double cheeseburger. Life doesn't work that way anymore. Inflation, yay. So we'll be okay. We will, for the present time. Unfortunately, the lottery win hasn't come through. God, in whatever way you want to term it, Jehovah, Jesus, Loki, Odin, whatever, has a deal with me. I've always told God, I've said, if I am to win the lottery, you have to tell me the day and the time and the place to play, because we all know I have an addictive personality. If I start playing the lottery, I won't stop, and I really don't have the money to play the lottery. Like, to win, yeah, but not to just vaguely play. So, we've got that going. And what'll be, will be. I think things will work out. I believe they will, but I have no idea how. So I just have to kind of adjust to inflation. I hate inflation. I really do. And I'm grateful Loki used that. Loki not only used a Christian video, but he used a Christian concept of paying more attention to your God than trying to do everything on your own, where paganism, especially heathenry, is like, I don't want you to grow the F up and you have to do everything on your own and prove yourself to the gods. And this was like the total opposite message. It's like, no, God's got this. God's got your back. You just have to focus on actually paying attention to God, because you humans tend to wander off and do your own thing and only talk to God when you need something. So yeah, it's much better. I think Loki would rather I worry about the channel and focus on entertaining you guys and, trying to help him out, trying to help the community out, than worry about finances I can't do a thing about. So yeah, I hope that helps you guys. A lot of times these are pretty timely, and again, I usually don't make a big deal about it, but all religions are welcome on this channel and lack thereof until you start causing a problem. I had the misfortune of the latest person I banned of, I really didn't like their personality. I didn't like some of the stuff they did to other people, but I was like, cut them a break. Maybe you're judging them too harshly. Then they went a little too far. I will usually be tolerant of people and think, well, we all have to live different lifestyles. But if you're intentionally attacking other people for their religion, I will not tolerate it. You will not be welcome here. I don't care what people's religion are, as long as they aren't hurting people with it. And just because there are people that religion that hurt people doesn't mean that everybody of that religion is a bad person. There are lots of lovely Christians out there that don't give a damn if you worship the flying spaghetti monster. They will leave you in peace. Most pagans are like that. There's just a few troublemakers in every religion. Try to let it go. I know we're living in a crazy world now where people are beating up elderly people, and it seems like everybody's attacking everybody else, but this too shall pass. Use what you can. If you find yourself falling back on the teachings of the religion you grew up with, that's not a bad thing. That was kind of like, as Loki put it, combat training. That was the basic religious training you got. If you can adapt it, or you can find comfort in it, use it. Don't be stupid. Don't throw away the tool because someone else told... Shut up, Loki. Because somebody else told you had to. Loki. Loki. The word tool. You can fill in the rest. So, yeah, shut up. Okay, I have to end this now because he's having way too much fun with that joke. But I hope you guys like what you see. If you do, like, comment, subscribe. If you're not getting notified, hit the notification bell. You can choose to get every video, partial videos, do as you will. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.